Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the Story Nook. Today, I bring you stories from r/best of Redditor updates. And this is a saga that I find very enjoyable. I'm probably going to read it into parts just to make it a little bit more manageable so I can take deep breaths in between. But I hope that you'll enjoy. Story, my brain fizzled out for a second. But thank you everyone for being here. This one was originally posted by user Mother and Paws in the justnomil subreddit. And it is titled OP kicked Mill out of the house for putting her career in jeopardy. We're going to start with part 1, and then the next videos will probably be the rest of the updates, and then I'll make a big old compilation at the end. So look forward for that, because by the time these videos come out, it'll probably be May, because I work a 9 to 5, so I record a lot of these in advance. Originally posted October 2nd, 2017. Kicked Mill out of the house for putting my career in jeopardy. I created this throwaway because I cannot tell anyone else about this crazy bitch's actions without putting my own career at risk. You guys, I need to vent. I am still shaking with anger as this only happened a few hours ago. Mill is from a small town in the American South, and she has all those gossipy small town tendencies. It has never been a problem for us, me and my dear husband. Before, because we live in a major city, clear across the country from her. Aside from her usurping dinner conversations during visits to catch us up on the scandalous comings and goings of all the people in her congregation, we didn't really have to deal with this side of her too much until today. I am a family law attorney with a boutique firm. My specialty is divorces. I'll admit, on a day-to-day basis, my drama llama is clinically obsessed with all the feed I get from work. But when I have some downtime, I still lurk this sub because I just love the theatrics on here. Sure, divorces are entertaining sometimes, but the stuff on here gives Shonda Rhimes a run for her money in terms of shocking behavior. Mill loves that I'm a divorce attorney. She's always pumping me for stories from work so that she can gossip with her congregation. And rarely I do throw her a bone. Never with specifics, all within my ethical boundary. Like, here you go, mother-in-law. Have something to chew on for a while I go about my business. Because you are a gossipy person, and you just need things to gossip about. For example, I tell her, my client has 5 kids, but only wants custody of 3. I don't elaborate, and I just let her feign absolute shock over someone not loving their children equally. Fast forward to the title incident. Mother-in-law is in town for dear husband's birthday. We flew her in because it was a nice thing to do, and up until today, I was fond of her. She's staying with us, which is fine, because we have a guest room, and our home is large enough that no one's personal bubble feels invaded. As most mother-in-laws do, she is always insistent on cleaning my home. She's never snooped before, so it doesn't bother me, but I do very firmly tell her that we have a housekeeper and to just enjoy her vacation. Yeah. So my grandma Niji, which is my maternal grandma, she would always come over and like clean my dad's house and got on my mom's nerves. I don't think she didn't like any of my dad's wives. He's been married 4 times. And none of them were too fond of her either. Like, I believe after our parents' divorce, she went through my sister's diary and like left a long letter that my sister found really annoying. So I'm like, yeah. And I'm from the South, so I'm just like, yeah, they be nosy, and it's worse if they Bible thumping. It's always the Bible thumping ones too that are like the most nosy. Like, jeez. And they always just want to clean the house. Even if the house is already clean, they'll insist on cleaning it more. Today, I worked from home, as I often do when I have no meetings. I was in my home office slaving away on one of my more contentious, read juicy cases. And I took a break to shower and get ready to take mother-in-law out for lunch. Your husband was at work, so it was just us two gals until quitting time. I figured we would grab some overpriced salads and do some window shopping. What could go wrong? Immediately after the iced teas were served, mother-in-law says, "So whatever happened to Mr. and Mrs. Smith's embryos? Did she get custody or were they destroyed?" And some very detailed questions about that case that I am definitely too paranoid to even mention vaguely because of her. Ugh, water. Make sure you all drink water and stay hydrated. It's very important, y'all. You fucking guys. I literally snorted my tea. It went everywhere. It looked like the Bellalago fountain. Mother-in-law had the audacity to go through my case files, my confidential case files, and read the facts while I was in the shower. I asked her how the fuck she knew so much about the case I was working on, and she said she was cleaning my office while I was getting ready, and that I had just left it out. No, the fuck I did not. They make you take an entire class in law school about doing shit like this. I would never. It's been ingrained in me since my 1L year that attorney-client privilege is paramount. I don't know what 1L, I'm pretty sure they meant first year. Or first level. I don't know for sure. And if pigs flew, and I did leave it out, this case is a monster. To garner that much information about the divorce would require her to turn several pages. So me leaving it out is no excuse, as she would have had to sit her dumbass down and read through it. It's not like all the facts could have fit on one sheet of paper that just so happened to be laying on my desk. She said she needed to be in my office because it was filthy. Okay, I'll admit, it's a little dusty, and there are a few coffee mugs in the room, but it is by no means filthy. Yeah, older ladies, like my grandma Niji, she was always complaining about how filthy and dirty things are, and I'm like, it's not even dirty. It is as clean as any place you would walk into, but whatever. Like, she legit just let herself in to my dad's house, and like, she came in, woke me up, like I wasn't even awake, and I was only there for like my court mandated visitation because my dad got me every other week. And she starts bitching that my sister, like, she wakes me up. I'm already cranky because I'm sleeping on a fucking couch in the living room because, like, I don't have a bedroom at my father's. And so, like, I sleep on the couch when I visit. And she comes in, wakes me up, begin forcing me to wash dishes. I have not eaten at that house since I had arrived. I did not eat in that fucking house. I didn't use a single damn dish. Why am I being made to wash dishes? And then she starts going off on the fact that my sister got a pet cat. My sister, who is not feeling well, is sick. I think she was early pregnancy at the time or something. And I just told her, could you shut the fuck up about the damn cat? And she got so offended, she left the house and I locked the door after her. And I called Dad. I'm like, look, I cussed at your mom. I don't give a damn. I locked the door. She just showed up here with no damn warning. Which is why I don't like it when people show up with no warning. I hate that shit. Because it's always annoying and a fucking pain on me. But they always like to be like, oh, it's filthy. It's not filthy. If you want it to be clean to your standards, go to your house. You pay the rent there. Okay, I'll admit, it's a little dusty, and there are a few coffee mugs in the room, but it is by no means filthy. And the reason it is in this minor shape of disarray is because I don't allow the housekeeper in my office for this very reason. I opened my wallet, threw some cash onto the table for what we had ordered, and told her to get into the car. I cannot even remember the ride home. I was just yelling and lecturing and lecture yelling. This is an incredibly shitty thing for her to do. Working at a boutique firm, my reputation is everything to my career. I cannot have word on the street that I just go around town spilling client secrets at the local watering hole. She can very well ruin my budding career by doing this. I think I threatened to sue her if she babbled about this case. I definitely threatened to tell her son what an imbecile his mother is. I threatened to never have her in our home again. Drink some water. It doesn't matter, because as soon as we got home, I told her to pack her things, or I'll have her arrested for trespassing. And then I called her an Uber and listed the address on my app as the airport. I didn't even pay for her plane ticket. I don't know what's going to happen, actually. I do know that she's at the airport right now because that's where the app dropped her off. My husband won't know about any of this until 5:01 p.m. because where he works is a secure job site, and there's no phone calls or texting. I have steam coming out my ears. I do feel guilty because she might be stranded at the airport without my financial help. But what she did was so out of the line that I think a few hours of time out would do my pettiness some good before I finally call the American Airlines terminal and get her a one-way ticket back to Gossipville, USA. As I said, I love drama too, but not enough to put anyone's livelihood at risk. It was such an intrusion that I am at a loss for words. I am mad for myself. Am I mad for myself? Am I mad for my client? This is the just no thing that This is the first just no thing that she's ever done, and I'm glad I demonstrated that this behavior is not to be tolerated. But part of me thinks she's just too stupid to realize how bad her actions were. I'm going to wait until dear husband comes home before I try to contact her. I'm still too much in a state of what the fuckery to deal with her right now. And that is the first one. The next update. Was the next update? Oh no, the next update was the same day. And then you have the update the day after. So, where are we? So, we'll go ahead and we'll read this update, which is the update to the Just No Mother-in-Law. We'll read the first update, and it was also posted on October 2nd, 2017. Let me drink some water. My throat is feeling a little hoarse. I've been reading online for like several hours, actually. I've been recording a lot of videos. Pardon my coughing. If your eyeballs are itching for an update, then you better sit down. It's a long one. I want to thank everyone for their support. I wavered in justifying my reaction because it was so strong, but I honestly don't regret it. I was feeling kind of down for being so harsh on her right after she left, but you guys really drilled it into my head that everybody knows what privilege is. I mean, Law and Order has been on the air for 400 years. There's no way she doesn't know that what you tell your lawyer is confidential. I acknowledge that it may seem extreme to some of you who don't practice law, but this is my livelihood. This is the only thing that I know how to do professionally. It took me a lot of money to be able to do this, school, and whatnot. and the consequences for a breach like this is very severe. In all reality, I could lose my license for something like this. I exploded like I did because it was just so disrespectful to the life that I had tried so hard to build for myself and her son. Burps from the root beer I drank earlier. To answer the most common questions I got on the original post, 1. While I was tearing her a new one, she was very belittling on the severity of the situation. She would say things like, "It's no big deal, I don't even know them," or, "You can trust me, we're family." We're family. I hate that shit. I hate it. That family shit can burn in fucking hell. There's a reason I don't talk to my racist sister. She called me nothing but a dirty N-word lover, so I don't talk to her no more. I don't want nothing to do with her. And every time, like, I go and I tell my dad, like, "Hey, you know she's doing this and this and this. Like, you know she's pretty much taking over Papa's house." Like, I go and I tell my daddy, and I'm just like, "Hey, you know racist sister has pretty much taken over Papa's house. My sister, who lives in the basement of that house with her husband and her 2 kids, she gives them shit every time they come up to go use the bathroom and go bathe and then complain they don't bathe, but she gives them shit every time they want to go take a shower. She won't let them use the kitchen, so they have to go and pretty much order fast food in order to be able to eat and feed their 2 children. She has an untrained dog that has bit my niece twice, and I have called animal control twice, and nothing has been done. And my dad's like, "There's nothing I can do. I worked real hard to get a relationship with her." And I'm like, "I know you worked real hard with her to get a relationship with your eldest daughter, but your eldest daughter is a horrible piece of shit and is a racist bitch. So I understand she's your daughter and you still want a relationship, but she stole your car, she stole your TV, she rented your house, didn't pay the rent when you said, 'Hey, I can't afford to not have this rent being paid.' She moved out and stole all the copper out of the house, so none of the AC units worked. And you had to get window AC units and the heat don't work in that house. Like, what do you want, Dad? You know she's a horrible person. She's done horrible shit to you for years, and you still let her do it. And you wonder why I'm just over here like, nah." I woke up my dad cursing one day. Because I got a call, like, from my sister, like, her daughter been bit again, attacked by that damn dog. And her husband was at work. He don't have phone access like OP's husband. And so I had been home, like, long enough to pee and start doing, like, some paperwork for my husband. And I got up and said, "Husband, I need the car. You're not going nowhere." Because he was supposed to take the car and take his mama somewhere. Because we got 1 car between us. And while she was trying to get in touch with her husband at his job or call his job and get somebody, I called my daddy. I went like, "Where are you at?" And I just yelled and hollered information at him. This would be like, "I need you," because, like, racist sister has custody of a child she should not have custody of. It's her granddaughter who's like 3. When the dog bit my niece, she went and left her grandbaby in my sister's care. She's trying to tend for her child that's just been bitten and attacked by this damn dog for a 2nd time. And she called me panic, and I'm like, "I'm gonna come up there and get you." And I made my daddy watch that baby. And then I picked up my sister, and she told me her son was down there at the house because they met me at the top of the drive. Her son watched that baby. My dad didn't watch that baby. He never fucking watches those kids. I love my dad, but, like, his way of watching is kind of like he would push it onto me or my sister growing up, which was annoying. All right. All I'll say is I hate the "we're family" line. I heard it enough. Fucking hate it. It's fucking bullshit. I think that her not understanding that this isn't just gossip made my mind stop working. It literally broke me, and I had no more rational fucks to give her. You want to snoop? Fine, but don't make me feel like the asshole when you get caught. You were the one in the wrong the whole time. She was just trying to make me feel like I was overreacting, and that what she did wasn't that big of a deal. Yes, the fuck it is. She acted like she was just humoring my temper tantrum. The type of, When you tire yourself out, I'll put you down for a nap attitude. I'm not a toddler, mother-in-law. But that mentality would explain why it was so easy to get her into that Uber. She probably thought she would be able to return in a few hours after I had calmed down. Number 2. My home office has a 6-digit numerical code lock. We installed this not because I ever anticipated something like this would happen, but because dear husband also owns a lot of firearms. How did she get the code? Guess. Fucking guess. She absolutely needed dear husband's original birth certificate. Why, we are grown-ass adults. What could you possibly need it for? And instead of getting it for her like a person who has been specifically trained on the importance of security would, dear husband just stayed on the couch playing video games and gave her the code, and told her exactly where to find the birth certificate. All my fucking whats. All your whats. Everybody's whats. Don't worry, he understands his colossal mistake now. Yes, we can trust her with guns. No, we can't trust her with anything else. 3. Thank you for all of your concerns about my job. Some comments were very sweet, and I can't believe you guys care so much about me. I'm just a screen name to you. However, it's not necessary to make suggestions on how I handle the consequences. This situation will bear on my career. I know exactly how to deal with the situation professionally. I just didn't know how to do it personally. That's fair. Okay, now on to what happened. It's very, very important. I decided not to shoot dear husband a warning text, as some of you suggested, because I wanted to make her tie her own noose. I wanted her to tell him such a vivid story, so rich with fake details, that it would be impossible for her to backtrack when I disprove her version of events. I even wrote out a bunch of pointed questions that dear husband can ask her in order to corner her into telling the truth. Not unlike questions you would use in a deposition, using that lawyer degree for lawyering use. I don't know why I was preparing a litigation strategy. I guess I was swinging the pendulum too much to the other side because of how emotional my reaction was earlier. I wanted to be extra rational now. It's a little bit embarrassing in hindsight. This was the first time mother-in-law and I ever had a disagreement so diverse that it required dear husband to pick sides. And to be honest, I have so much faith in my husband, but because this was uncharted territory, I didn't know what to expect. I was pretty sure he is my partner in love and life. But y'all really freak me out sometimes with those mama boy stories. I'm glad I was right about him. A little after 6, dear husband walks into the house and asks me so bluntly, "Why are the cops going to sue my mom?" It was so far removed from what actually happened, I started laughing hysterically. "That's not what happened, baby. I told your mom I would call the cops on her if she didn't leave immediately. I am ashamed to admit that I did threaten to sue her when I was yelling indiscriminately. I have no actionable cause that I could prevail on, really." I told him what happened, and he was just confused. He already talked to mother-in-law, so he knew she was at the airport, and he knew the situation. Luckily for me, she didn't come up with an elaborate lies to tell him. She truthfully told him her version of what happened and tried to make it seem like I blew it out of proportion. I have expected this because if she thought she was doing something truly, really wrong, she would not have even brought up it so casually over lunch. I told him we need to buy her a plane ticket because she wasn't welcome back in our home, and he agreed. He didn't try to justify her actions, and understood so clearly how bad this could have been for me. And for us. We just closed on our home 2 months ago, so going down on one income would have been a financial disaster. We are both kind of sad that the trip ended this way, but it's not something mother-in-law and I can just heart to heart right now. I need time. I need space. I need wine. Wine is a good thing. Bonus. She was having a pity party at the airport for almost 9 hours because she forgot her wallet at our place. She wanted dear husband to drive it to her because how else would she board a flight home without ID? And of course, she couldn't call me because I'm so scary when I yell. So please, dear husband, if you have to find her wallet and bring it to her. It was on the neatly made bed. I mean, come on. At least toss it behind a nightstand or something so your story would be more believable. She probably just wanted to see dear husband without me and convince him I've lost my marbles. Being so upset like that at her. Joke's on her. I made him buy her a non-refundable plane ticket online before he left the house. Bye, bitch. And that I am like, yeah. Because, like, I've heard the saga many times before, and I'm very happy to read it myself. Because I'm like, yeah, bye. You're not fucking with me. And as a nice little palate cleanser, let's have a cute little meme. And it says, "You still going out tonight? Me, wrapped in blankets with my cat." I really, really like that. So yeah, thank you all so much for being here for the first part of the Piercing Patty saga. I hope you like it. We've read parts 1 and 2. My voice feels like it's going out. So that's fun. It's also almost midnight over here. So I hope you all like enjoy it and like it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the thingies to make the YouTube algorithm like me. Because like I'm nowhere near monetization. The goal for the end of this year is 100 subscribers. I feel like that's a good goal for right now. But let's go ahead and thank the Patreon and Ko-fi supporters. Sweet Tea Cakes, Kaleidoscope Chick, Axel1154, Cassie G, Jettis DS, Axel Alcaraz, Pizza Nene, Semi-Random Sevens, and Micah. You are all absolutely wonderful and awesome, and I hope you have a lovely day. Remember to stay healthy, stay hydrated, all that good jazz. If you support me on Patreon, you will get early access to my videos, my art, my scripts, stuff like that. If you support me, commissions are open on Ko-fi. Any commission from, like, I've got quick sketches, I've got chibi sketches, I think I also have some voice acting on there. Any commissions you get through there, your name's gonna be here forever. On my Ko-fi, I also have, like, my signs that you can download. You can also get my sign off of my Patreon as well. So yeah. I've got a Manic Shadow sign. I've got my original stories you can read on my Patreon. I publish short stories all the time. You can find them on like most ebook retailers, Amazon, Smashwords, Barnes and Nobles, the Apple ebook store. I mostly write short stories, specifically cute, fluffy, gay romance. That's the kind of genre I'm into writing right now. I'm actually making a comic book version of one of them. I'm making it by hand. The digital sketch pages, thumbnail pages are done. You can see those on my Patreon, so you can see all of that. I'm going to be at Sonic Expo in 2026. I'll be there all 3 days. Other things, I've got color pages you can buy off of my Ko-fi. I think most are free, or $1. So yeah, remember to stay safe, stay hydrated. I'm going to take a lozenge or something if I can find one. My throat's been itchy and scratchy, and I've been congested as all hell. Apparently I stopped breathing in my sleep and scared my husband 2 days ago, so that was fun. So yeah, those are the ways you can support me. Thank you so much. Remember to stay safe, stay healthy, all that good jazz, and I will see you all next video. So yeah, those are the comedy things. Bye bye.